Welcome to the NAK Tac mission setup live stream. This map is the last of our World War II special event for NAK Tac. This map is one of the Faces of War maps. It's a very dense jungle map with a lot of good elements to it. It's got a lot of pre-built bases, some of them relatively complex. So I've gone ahead and set up some markers to begin with on the map. These yellow markers, my intention is to just have the players quickly move past this section. They don't have to spend a lot of time there. Here, they have to establish a USFOB, and you'll see that's a pretty heavily defended area with lots of good structures. A good defensive position for the Japanese, which is who we're fighting on this mission. I placed quite a few guys, and we'll probably place a few more as we figure out how many people are actually playing. I want to get some guys at the top of this hill. There is no real good sniper role, so I'm going to probably make a couple snipers so that we can place them. The next task is for the team to head down into a village and find and eliminate the ammo caches. I put the ammo caches in. There's 3 of them. I've also made this a resupply for the team so they can get their own equipment. I haven't put any enemies here yet. I do have some civilians in another town that I'm going to go ahead and start copying and bringing over here. I tried to save a bunch of loadouts so that I could just load those loadouts, but for some reason they're not pasting, or they're not being able to load them very well. And the civilian's not copying either. So let's try that again. Select the civilian. Copy the civilian. Paste the civilian. And not working. Not fun. Let's try it this way. Oh, there's definitely more civilians than that. I had 4 or 5. Okay, there's the 4. Okay, so let me copy here this way. And he's not pasting at all. Oh, nope. I have no idea why he's copying and pasting, which makes it very hard for me. Here I go into Arsenal, and I'll save his look real quick. I tried to make it look like a Japanese civilian. I'll save it. We'll call it World War II Civilian 7. These other ones won't load. Now let me go and put let me close that. Go and put a civilian down over here. And see if I can load that loadout into him. So create. I'm just using, there are some Asian civilians as the base. And picking any of them. Double click, Arsenal, and then choose load. And civilian 7. Oh good, it's working now. Well, some of them are working. So 6 and 7 is working. Alright, well at least that helps a little bit. So I'll put another civilian down. Arsenal. Put down number 6. And hopefully this will allow the other Zeus that's helping me to be able to bring some guys in quickly. Let's pick some Asian appearance. Okay, yeah, that looks like, whoops, that looked enough like dirt versus There are some uniforms that looks pretty good, just pretty generic. But I guess I'm gonna have to just find some real basic civilian clothing. Very modern looking. I don't want it to be modern looking. I'll have to find the one I want again. The band. Okay, but the polo shirts just don't look right. I mean, that looks okay. These colors are a little too bright, unfortunately, for old. I cannot remember which ones I had originally chosen. Same ones. That one's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Let me see if I can find that one I used. It was a um, some military outfit, but it was basically just short sleeve green. There were 3 of them next to each other that I could choose from. I'm trying to go quickly through the list to see if I can find it again. That's definitely not it. I know it wasn't Soviet, so I'll skip out of Soviet. It wasn't US. That may be one of them. It looks a little military-ish, but it would work. Let's give him a bandana and no gloves. Make that a civilian. Let's see if we can save that one. The rest of this whole area is going to be filled with enemies, but putting a few civilians makes them check their fire, makes them stay attentive, and not just shoot crazy. Okay, so I'm going to jump down to where I left off last time. I still know there's another uniform that I'm looking for. So it was past here. I am almost positive. Oh, there it is. That's the one. So it's HI. They start with HI. Yeah, there's the HI ones. Also did. Oh, okay. And I did another one. Oh, that was that one. Okay. So these HI ones look good. I did find a couple of hats that looked. Yeah, the safari hats look okay. So that's a new face, so we'll leave that face. Alright, so there's 4 civilians in there. He can copy and paste those and maybe reproduce them for what we need. Put one more. And every once in a while, I like giving what appears to be a civilian a pistol to surprise the friendlies. Okay. Where is those HIs? Why, there's a lot of German. Why, my scroll wheel is zipping by all these here. Oh, dang it. It's up here. Because the brackets threw me off here. That's probably why I couldn't find it earlier. Alright, let me go alphabetical. I know they're HI. Medical, there's definitely a lot less clothing. Oh, it's because of the brackets again. It did have brackets in front of the HI. There they are, gosh. Alright, finally. And let's just remove his gloves. And we'll give him no bandana. I was looking for like a straw hat, like a large agent straw hat, but I don't see any in the mods that we had available. Oh, I did have a bandage on one guy. That makes it look civilian enough. Alright, so that's what we've got. Next is eliminating HVT. This is basically, I've put the guys in here. I don't expect them to go down into that town. I'm kind of anticipating that they're just going to all stand up here and just open barrage on them. So I'm hoping this is a very kind of quick mission. And then this last one's where it gets to some interesting stuff. So locate and destroy intel. And if we go into that area, and this is some of the cool things about this map. As you can see that they've already made a tunnel system in the map, so I didn't have to do anything and make any aspects of it. And you just walk in, I put a guy guarding it, and here's their intel that they're going to destroy. And then the second one is locate the commander and destroy the commander and his team. And that has another tunnel system over here. And we'll come in through here. It's not as complex as the other one, but it's definitely going to give us what we need. So you go through the tunnel, and I'm sure we'll put lots of bad guys protecting the tunnel. And then here's the HVT and his team down here. They have to eliminate. So those are the different aspects of the mission. We'll put some more bad guys in. We just don't want to fill it out too much right now to slow the server down. We've got quite a few. We'll definitely put some more walking through the jungle as we go. And then we'll get to these next sections as well. I'll take a quick look at the other sections real quick. I just have these guys patrolling the forest. There's nice paths through the forest. There's lots of things like this. For Zeus, you really have to spend a lot of time looking at this map to find a lot of these elements. And I'm only looking at a very small section of this map. I'm sure you could spend a lot of time finding all the new things that this map contains. The Japanese characters do have quite a few variety. They have the foliage clothing. I wish they would have gone with the darker green instead of the tan tree with the foliage, but it is what it is. You do have the darker green uniform, which is the one I've been mostly using. For the officers, I've been using the tan clothing just so that there's some sort of differentiation between an officer and a regular player, or a regular AI. And then they have the tan, again, which is what I'm using for the officers.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Hold on one second. In a minute, I'll be with you. All right, so that is that. And in the Japanese, you've got
it's nothing but jungle.
Metaman. I'm streaming, please. Metaman, I'm streaming, please. So they do have mortars, some statics, some tanks. Kind of interesting.
You're talking. I can't hear you.
But there's really no way to use tanks on this. There's no practical way to use the tanks in this mission. So I'm just not going to use them. I mean, they're kind of interesting. There's a strange design for a tank for World War II. It looks like these are almost leftovers from just after World War I. But there's just no practical way to use them. There's a couple, one small area, but it wouldn't be realistic to have tanks in this jungle. Alright guys, the mission will start probably in about 45 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and end the mission setup stream. You've seen kind of what we're doing in this one. And then we'll start the full mission. That'll be about 2.5 hours in total. Hope you join us for that. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe.